Viva la Puerto Rico. This is paradise to me. Hey everyone, going to talk about 5, though it may be 6 albums or songs, more specifically songs, called gold songs, songs that meant something. They represented maybe a time in my life or a special memory. And so when you hear them, this kind of stuff just floods back into your brain. And at my age, you know what? Anything that can flood back into my brain, I'm more than happy about it. And this is coming from Dom, Seeking a Thread. And this is Dom's t-shirt. Look at that. Searching for a thread. And his channel is Seeking a Thread. And he's having a contest. He's up to 624 subs right now. Dom has a radio show. He does, and he works in a record store. His collection is incredible. So much knowledge. Dom's just one of these guys that I hope to meet someday. I hope to somehow make my way to Ithaca, New York, or wherever he may be meeting, and just sit down and tap his mind and listen to his stories of music. I mean, just so much knowledge, and I'm always amazed by that. You know how little I know and how much so many of you in the VC know. It's just incredible. But that's the fun part, isn't it? So check out Seeking a Thread. Check out that channel. My God, it's just what he shows. It's just amazing. It's just incredible. But he knows his stuff. So he has this contest that's going on, and if there is over, I believe, 10 people to enter, he only had like 4 or 5. He's going to donate $100, and he's already donated, but he's going to donate another $100 for into Eric's Winebenders GoFundMe. So that's really cool. I mean, it's not only people will win and get something, but he's going to go further with this and donate. So that is awesome. And I got a cool t-shirt. So that's very, very nice. And Dom's been nice enough. I've been a recipient of VCLT from him. So most appreciative. Look how this is bright and this is dark. Isn't that kind of artistic? You know, if you did a black and white thing, pretty cool, I think. But a little bit of sun. So let's talk about these signature songs. The first, let's go back early to mid 60s. And you know, and I'm 4 years old, 5 years old. How do we get into music? A lot of times it's through Walt Disney, right? Walt Disney, let's face it, was a big part of it. Then you get to school and you have choir. But what really struck me was soundtracks. When we would go to a movie or a movie would come on TV. Now, we didn't have a lot of money, so we didn't go to a lot of movies unless it was Disney. But we did go to, and I've talked about this one a lot, but we saw the Grand Prix and with James Gardner. And that was around 65, maybe. And this had, I remember this so vividly. It's really, when you think about it, the first movie I truly remember because of the sounds of race cars, which made me a fan for the rest of my life on racing. This movie did it. But the soundtrack was amazing by Maurice Jarre. And it was absolutely beautiful and gorgeous, and it matched so well to what was happening in the movie, which is what a good soundtrack's supposed to do, and it did. But man, when they would play the Formula One cars, vroom, it was one of those amazing experiences as a young child. When I left, though I had a migraine because it was so loud. It was in surround sound. At Chicago Theater was trying out surround sound for the first time, and we got hit. It was incredible. But the other one, I don't have the one I really wanted to talk about because I lost in the flood, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I had 3 different copies of that. I had the record store day one, I had an original, and then I had some other one. I mean, I love that soundtrack because that was another soundtrack You may not remember much about the movie, but you remember the soundtrack and you remember the music, and it's what helped draw me into music and to say, this is just an incredible world you need to enter. So the one I have, though, the only one now I have of the spaghetti westerns, and I'll get the rest eventually, was Clint Eastwood's A Fistful of Dollars by Ennio Morricone. His stuff was just incredible. He just made the best spaghetti western music, and it is just synonymous with that genre. Off RCA Victor. I mean, wah, wah. I mean, what more is there in life but that? It was, and you hear it, and I don't care when that kind of sound or whatever, or even if you're out in an intense situation, where you go, wah, 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 wah. Jeez, what a thing! What an amazing soundtrack! And so, Fistful of Dollars, it's not as good as the The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, because that is ingrained in the brain, but still just wonderful. So, as a youngster, these two soundtracks were just, well, okay, Fistful of Dollars, I mean, Good, Bad, and the Ugly over this, we're just pretending. Life-changing for me as I'm growing up. So wonderful, wonderful things that I hear, and it thrills me to death when I still hear that music. Now, one thing I show a lot on my channel is funk. I love groove. The groove is where it's just, it means, it just puts me in a different spot. And I mean, God, it's everything. And the first record that I remember that had groove was War. Now, my singles are long gone, okay? I don't have them anymore. But the single is on here, Lowrider. Talk about a freaking groove. It just says, get in your car, turn it on, do not speed, man, you're going to drive slow. It's all my dreams for the lowrider. Wow. I was a, town of 2,000 people, in Nebraska. We had great grain elevators, big grain elevators. That's how you could tell a good town. Town had big grain elevators. Well, that's a good sized town. 2,000 was. And I just remember on the AM radio, it came out, Lowrider. And this had Why Can't We Be Friends? Cool, great song, but not the groove. And it's the groove of Lowrider that hooked me for the rest of my life into music that has groove, and that just has this, and it's just relentless. It just keeps coming at you. And even now, you go all the way to groups like Endless Boogie. It's about the groove. African music, Fela Kuti, it's the groove. It started with Lowrider that's on this album, because all my dreams are for the Lowrider. Oh, so exciting. In 77, I was working, trying to get enough money to pay tuition for my first year in college. And so I was working at this meat market, and I've told this story before, but you know what, damn it, you're going to hear it again. And I was being paid, I was working about 6 days a week and paid $100, and they were 10-hour days. So let's just face it, I got paid cash, so pretty much it was all illegal, but I got enough money to pay my tuition. I needed $1,000. And on the radio, AM radio, every 10 minutes, all the time, was nights are forever without you, without you. I didn't know love could be so whatever. I did not commit suicide. The thought of suicide was constantly there for me. The thought of, at this meat market, throwing myself into the thing that makes the batter for the hot dogs, that occurred to me. To jump into the smokers, there where we smoked the hot dogs we were making, it occurred to me every time that came on. And it was the most relentless freaking song on the radio all summer long on the 1977. And this album came out in 76, but I'm telling you, Nebraska finally heard about it in 77. And heights are forever without you, without you. Whew. Man, oh man, oh man. I survived. But you know what's happened? I love that song. I got old. And now I love it because it's that summer. It's a summer right before I go to college. Good thoughts, good vibes, except the meat market, which absolutely was the worst possible job you could ever get. I mean, it was just ungodly bad. And then these guys kept singing to make it worse. It was like hell. It was like God said, Steve, I'm pissed at you, man. You need to pay penance. And I'm a Lutheran, so you know what? Lutheran, we feel guilty about a lot. Not as guilty as the Catholics. They're always feeling guilty. But Lutherans feel pretty damn guilty. So it's like God said, I am going to put you in the meat market. And then on the radio, all you're going to hear is this. And that's what it does. That's work calling. Hold on. Spam. One of those robocall things. Dinks. All right, so there we go. Okay, I went on too long about that. Yeah, there's emotional scars, but I love this. I love it now. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Next one really made a change in my life. My musical journey was this one here. Talking Heads. More songs about buildings and food, which is just like the greatest title. What should we call it? Well, let's call it More Songs About Buildings and Food. In college, sitting on the couch on a Saturday night. What comes on? Saturday Night Live! Musical guests. Talking Heads. All right, so what? Big deal. All right, never heard of them. They come on. 4 quirky looking people. That lead singer gets up, and then the music starts, and I'm painting again, I'm painting again, I'm painting my brain, something like that. And I go, whoa, that's something else. I mean, what the hell did I just see? I was hooked. It changed my musical direction. I mean, then the second song was Take Me to the River. That was good. But Artists Only, wow. Just wow. I never heard anything like that. And the quirkiness of this lead singer, this David Byrne, what the hell? What's up with him? I mean, he just looked like, he was amazing. And my musical journey just, it changed. It changed my buying habits. The next day, Monday, I went out and I bought it. I had to have it. And I became the biggest Talking Heads fan in the whole wide world. It was my favorite group. That's Artists Only. They became my favorite group. Still one of my all-time favorite groups of all time. But this was such a life-changing album. That song, Artists Only. It was amazing. I liked their other albums as they went because they got the groove. They got the groove going on the other ones. But, wow. Boy. Whew. There we go. You see, I show a lot of music from Africa. I show music South America. What I show has the groove. But there's just this, what got me interested in this? Why do I like all this music from around the world, especially from Africa? Blame it on Paul Simon, Graceland. This, another life-changing album, when I heard this, except You Can Call Me Al, which I do like the song, but really no African in there. But the Ladysmith Black Ensemble, when they came in, it brought something different to my musical world. It opened up a door that has never been closed. Ever. And as I moved and I went around, I would go to libraries and I would find African recordings, pygmies, whatever, and I would be putting it on tape. It's long gone now, but it was interesting. Now, luckily, people are discovering African music and labels are putting it out, and I'm able to get it. But it started with this album, Graceland, and his journey and showing us in Middle America about music from a different place and the importance of it and the beauty of it. That's what this did. And it just incredible, just amazing. And to this day, it excites me to hear it. And this album, when after the flip, what album, this was one of the most important albums to me because of what it did, because of how it changed me as a person, and it's how I listen to music. Well, maybe not as a I've still just, I am what I am. But musically, wow. Final one. This is a 45. But it was one of the most powerful songs I've ever heard. Miss Sarajevo. God, I almost break up when I just think about this song. The beauty of this song. And I bought the Passenger CD because I love you. I still love you too. The last couple albums I thought stunk, but that's okay. And so I put Passengers on. It was really, really weird. But then Miss Sarajevo came on. And I stopped. I stopped whatever I was doing and was transfixed there. It was coming through the PA system in the store. It was in the morning, and as store manager, I could play whatever I damn well feel till customers came in. And all I could do is sit there and go, wow, what is this? And then Luciano Pavarotti came on, and it brought tears. I mean, tears to my eyes and chills. And it was the most gorgeous, beautiful thing. And to this day, it's everywhere. It's like from a different planet. The beauty is so intense on this. It's incredible. Miss Sarajevo, the story it tells, the story of hardship, the story of this battle and this war going on, and all these people, the genocide, and yet these people are trying to live a normal life. Who's going to be the beauty queen amongst this wreckage that's going on? How do we have a normal life as everyone's being wiped out? Powerful, powerful stuff. It's one of those powerful songs I've ever heard. It's one of those that makes me so emotional because of the story it tells and how it affected me. And Luciano Pavarotti, I have no idea what he's singing, and I don't care. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely amazing. And then Bono comes in. Wow. I mean, just repeat, 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 repeat. That's what this is about. This thing has a big-ass poster. It looks like that. It's very, very blue. It says, don't let them kill us. Man. Don't let them kill us. Isn't that something? Wow. Sad. I mean, it was a real poster. And that's sad. Don't let them kill us. Wow. Emotional album, emotional song. It's just, life-changing. Yeah. Wow. Amazing. All right. 6. I'm sure I went long. I have no idea how long I went because I had that call or whatever. It doesn't matter. That's what I like. I hope you could feel the passion in it because I'm passionate about music and about those songs are so important to me. And some I've talked about, some I haven't talked about, and I've been blabbing for a year and a half on this thing, right? So, hey, you might have forgot, or there's new people. But Dom, Seeking a Thread, please look, check out that. If you really want an education in music or to see something totally different, just not the same stuff, this man will take you there. He really, really will. And it's going great cause with Eric Weinbender, what he's doing. Yeah, you have to August 1st on this contest. So, Dom, thank you very much. Thank you for all you've done for me, Dom. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your friendship, getting to know you, and the darn cool shirt there. So that's great. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.